All I put on there was you beat Randy Savage. I didn't tell what place either one of you got. I just said you beat Randy Savage, which was true.
It was true. He beat me the first contest we was ever in.
Oh, you did? Really? I didn't know this story.
It was the Volunteer Classic in Tennessee.
Really?
Yeah, he beat me in that contest, and then he never beat me again.
Wow, and that was the first one you were in? Or no?
The Volunteer Classic was. Kevin Sullivan was in it too.
And then you beat him every time after that.
Yeah, and then he quit and he smashed these trophies and stuff because he couldn't beat me.
See, that's a story you've never told. I've never heard that story. You can bring out new stories sometimes.
Yeah, I guess I can. Because I remember what happened was we was in Lexington and we watched Jarrett's show and they showed Kevin Sullivan in like the Mr. Tennessee contest. He was just shredded.
Kevin Sullivan.
Yes. Oh yeah. And then Randy says, "We're gonna do that." I said, "What?" He goes, "We're gonna do that." So Randy said, "We're gonna do it." So I guess we're doing it. So Randy was, I remember he was the most competitive person I ever met in my life. Like when I beat him in a 40-yard dash, he'd tackle me. And if I beat him on the curls, workout over, you know what I mean? So, and Pez, he goes, "Rip, you got to learn to put him over." He'd always beat Pez. Pez could bench 440. But he couldn't get 400 when he was in a contest with Randy.
He let Randy win.
Yeah, but he showed me he repped 405 on an incline, and he showed me. He said, "Now put him over, and he won't be on your ass all the time."
So that's the reason. I was going to ask why.
Yeah,
just so he would
chill
out.
Yeah, he wanted to be the king.
So how many competitions do you think you both were in after he beat you in Tennessee? Do you have any idea?
Let's see. We was in the Kentucky, and then I think we was in one more, and then he wasn't getting any more.
After you started winning?
Yeah. And then he was having enhancement. He was taking some gas and I wouldn't. So then I wouldn't shut up, and I said, "How embarrassing! You're taking the gas, and I'm still beating you." So that didn't get over too good.
So you went the opposite of what Pez.
I just had to do it. But I remember he bet me $100 on one contest that he had beat me.
Oh, really?
And then he paid me. I just tore the check up, and he took it out of the garbage, taped it back together. He said, "No, you won this." So I taped it up on the wall forever. So I wouldn't even cash it. So
he still had that.
So he could look at it. Then he'd get mad.
That is awesome.
Because we was just ribbing fucking with each other all the time. I'd do something and he'd do something and he'd lock his door. Like if I'd do something, he'd just knock the door down. Right. But he'd do something and I'd laugh and get him on something. So he'd sneak in the middle of the night and he'd pee on me. Just a little bit of dribbles and stuff. They did run out like a little kid. It was just funnier and shit.
Could you imagine if you guys had all this stuff on film? Like if you had cameras
we
back
didn't
then.
have cameras. That's like.
And we could watch it right now.
Like
that would be so
all
awesome,
the stuff
man.
we did and like how we trained at the Sente gym there. But it was a big deal to get a picture taken. Anybody, you have to use the camera, take a picture too, and take it to get all the pictures taken on your camera. Then you take it down to the drugstore and they would develop it and everything.
Well, you can still do that. I mean, that's still a possibility.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's like we only got a few pictures, of when I was in ICW. You didn't even think about taking pictures then.
If you still had that check today, you could probably sell that thing on eBay.
I probably could.
You could,
because Randy's got that. He had the most beautiful handwriting. Randy Savage, and he wrote like a girl. And I wrote like a doctor. You couldn't read none of it. And he had the most beautiful handwriting. Well, he was like academic All-American in high school. He was real smart, real intelligent. And then he'd go into character and act like he wasn't. But no, he was.
That's how you are too, Rip.
No, I'm just stupid. I'll tell you.
Big gold and a billfold, so swole that I can't get the shit closed. So I money fold and rubber band wrap, and when it pops.